Let's take a look at all the mistakes the Raptors make. First of all, this should be a switch right here. You're giving Tobias Harris a wide open three. Stop. And why is Dennis Schroeder's back to his man? His back needs to be to the baseline, seeing ball, seeing man, and Pascal Siakam needs to lift with Kelly Oubre Jr. None of those things happen. That's how you get an open three. Okay, so first of all right here, the help for Joel Embiid is going to come from right here, okay? Scotty Barnes needs to stay in the corner, okay? And then on this cross screen happening right here, you're just going to switch it. Stop. Okay, OG Anunoby's going to get underneath. Dennis Schroeder's going to switch. But you got Scotty Barnes helping out here for no reason. You botched switching this cross screen right here. So now Siakam's got to come over and box out Tobias Harris, and there's no one to box out Kelly Oubre. Got to rotate to the ball if you're Dennis Schroeder. So Tyrese Maxey throws this to Embiid. I'm not standing here. I'm underneath. I'm getting in the gaps underneath the three-point line right here. And Jakob Poeltl's got to just slide his feet as opposed to taking a charge. But Dennis Schroeder isn't even in the gaps anyways. His back's to the ball. Embiid too. Pathetic. It's just switch here, okay? Jakob Poeltl can force Tobias Harris. You have gap help right here with Dennis Schroeder. OG Anunoby's underneath and jamming and battling for position. He'll actually be in the gaps too. Or we give up open threes. Not be walking back in transition. Gary Trent Jr. needs to sprint back. Dennis Schroeder right here needs to sprint back. It doesn't matter that you're guarding over here because look what happens. Pascal Siakam, and why is he standing in the middle of nowhere? See, everybody should be back in the gaps, and Siakam should be able to force Tobias Harris right into all this help. But none of that happens. The disaster. Again, it's the same thing. It doesn't matter that Grady Dick is taking Furkan Korkmaz. I got to sprint back and get in this gap. Grady Dick is jogging. See, if I'm sprinting, I'm here, and there's no place for Tobias Harris to go. But you didn't get to the three-point line. There's a place for Tobias Harris to go. Nobody boxes out on the perimeter here. Jalen McDaniels, OG Anunoby, Malachi Flynn. So where's the long rebound? Chris Boucher is just standing underneath the rim. So a long rebound's going to come to the Sixers every time. It has to be a switch. First of all, OG Anunoby can't be guarding out beyond the three-point line. You got to get in this gap right here. And then Malachi Flynn's got to get underneath, jam, and battle for position right here. Chris Boucher's got to take the ball one-on-one. We have help in the gaps here, and we'll have help in the gaps here on this switch. And only OG Anunoby should be down. Or you can give up a two-on-one. That too. If you're Jalen McDaniels, first of all, why is he standing at the free throw line? You want to get up the line, all right, and be in the gaps, and then you got to have your feet set in a defensive stance. That's not even close. So this ball gets swung, you have no chance of getting over. It's pump fake and go to the lane. Because you ran drop coverage, Joel Embiid is catching this ball in the paint. This double team's got to come a lot sooner right here. As soon as stop. Okay, Gary Trent Jr.'s got to get down here and double. And then Grady Dick's going to rotate here. I don't know what Dennis Schroeder's doing because he would come up here, and this is where Gary Trent goes. I mean, this double team took too long, way too long. Let's count the Raptors' mistakes. First of all, Dennis Schroeder can't ever guard like this. His back needs to be to the baseline. So he's seeing ball and seeing man, certainly with Joel Embiid isolating up top here. And Jakob Poeltl's got to get his hands off of Joel Embiid right here. He's at the top of the key. Show your hands. Ready to slide your feet. But you got your hands on Joel Embiid, so a little shimmy right there gets you moving this way, and now he's wide open to the paint. Now, if Dennis Schroeder was in the gaps like he's supposed to be, Scotty Barnes could step up here early and funnel Joel Embiid into this help. But he's not. Joel Embiid's right to the rim. Okay, where is my help if I'm Jakob Poeltl? Okay, my help is right here. This is where OG Anunoby is. Why am I allowing Joel Embiid to come where there's no help? Up. Force Embiid into help. Can't happen. You got to get... So, Pascal Siakam was going up with this dunk right here, okay? Dennis Schroeder, OG Anunoby, both of them have to already start to sprint back. They're just standing. So, if Scotty Barnes is coming to double Joel Embiid here, he's coming a little early because you want to wait for Joel Embiid to put the ball on the floor. But then Pascal Siakam's got to rotate down, and you're going to leave the weak side wing open. But Scotty Barnes comes to double here. Stop. Nobody rotates down. So, please switch. God, OG Anunoby can start battling and getting low on Joel Embiid right here. Poeltl's going to take Maxey, and we're going to force him. We have gap help right here. We're going to force him into gap help, okay? And OG Anunoby will also be in the gaps this way when he switches underneath. But you're giving up two-on-ones. So you're just letting Joel Embiid roam all the way into the paint. Poeltl can't even get to him yet. Joel Embiid's in the charge circle. It's too late. Your scheme. An easy double team to get the dribble picked up. Stop. Dennis Schroeder's already down here. So just get down here and get this dribble picked up. Once that happens, I can rotate to the weak side of the floor. In the meantime, I'm going to rotate here, here, and here. I mean, you're leaving. There's no reason for this to be one-on-one. Why are you playing off if you're Chris Boucher? Now, Malachi Flynn's got to get over here and rotate to the ball. But so I'm up, and I have gap help here, and I have gap help here. You can't... Scotty Barnes cannot come this far over. Stop. In transition, Grady Dick is taking the ball here. Okay, Scotty Barnes just needs to get down here. Gary Trent, too, and get in the gaps. You can't... You're coming all the way over to double. So... Raptors trap instead of running drop coverage, thank God. But you got to get up if you're Chris Boucher. Tyrese Maxey can't turn the corner. I got to close this area off right here. And then there's got to be... Scotty Barnes going to have to rotate up so this pass can't get made. Okay, but it doesn't matter. You let Tyrese Maxey turn the corner on a trap. Now 400 Raptors defenders have to collapse. Defense is scrambling. Korkmaz. This is a nice double team by Gary Trent Jr. right here to get Tobias Harris's dribble picked up. But once the dribble's picked up, okay, stop. All Pascal Siakam's got to do now is just get up with his hands straight up. That's it. Tobias Harris does not have access to his dribble. Why is it taking Pascal? Why is his hands down? Up. Just get up. There's no place for Tobias Harris to go. Why did... It's a nice switch, but stop playing off Kelly Oubre. If you're Gary Trent, Scotty Barnes is all the way over here for you. So just get up and force Kelly Oubre into this help right here. Now let's take a look at Dennis Schroeder. Can't be doing this. You got to be over here with your back to the baseline too and in the gaps. But you're playing off, so it doesn't even matter. Get back. First of all, why does Pascal Siakam have to gamble here, okay? But again, Gary Trent Jr., it doesn't matter your guarding here. Let's get into the gaps. Same thing with OG Anunoby. But Siakam gambles. No one's where they're supposed to be. Bede's going up with this shot. Could OG Anunoby please go find somebody to box out right here instead of just going towards the shot? Find someone to box out. Scotty Barnes is coming over here to box out Tobias Harris. But you have nobody boxing out on the perimeter, so people can leak in from behind. Oubre's got it. 3.